Now, Melissa, I want to ask you about Shane Warne. We've learned tonight that his body will be flown home tomorrow, and Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews has confirmed the cricket legend's state funeral will be held at the MCG on Wednesday, March 30. Melissa, the outpouring of grief here has been enormous. I would say almost unprecedented. Some have compared it to Princess Diana's passing or Steve Irwin. I mean, personally, I still can't fully comprehend that he's gone. It just does not seem real.
Yeah. I think when we all woke up, and I happened to, for some reason, at 1 a.m. that night, so I just woke up and I looked at my phone, and that news was sort of out that he had died. And I was just in Melbourne for a couple of days, and I came back today, and you know, as we always do, you can judge by, you know, your taxi drivers, you know, what the vibe is, and every single person I spoke to, whether it was anyone on the street, driving a taxi, working anywhere, the only thing we spoke about was Shane Warne, and how important he was and what he represented, you know, in their lives. I mean, you know, we all know he was a larrikin, and you know, and that's one thing that what we loved about him. Sure, he did some pretty awful things when it came to relationships, but you know, there was that larrikin spirit that always seemed to sort of overcome, you know, any sort of bad things he may have done. But seriously, he really was nearly the last of the great larrikins, and I think that is a really, really big reason why all of us, even though most of us haven't even met him, that we are all feeling some sense of grief, whether it's that, you know, you're thinking, oh, you know, number one, it was too early. You think about his 3 kids. So, yeah, I think what he's getting is well and truly deserved.
Oh, absolutely. I think he just touched so many, and people who knew him just loved him. He was such a warm, generous soul, and he was really a family man. He loved his 3 children. He always said his greatest achievement was being a good father. Above all the cricket accolades and records, being a good father he held as his greatest achievement.